So, what does success mean to you? Are you a person that is driven by success? Is that determining your own happiness, whether you achieve it or not? We're going to take a look at this. I'm going to break it down as much as I can, humanly possible. And we're also going to take a look at Kevin O'Leary sat down with Steven Bartlett on A Diary of a CEO, and they discussed a lot of things. But I wanted to specifically zoom in on when he brings up entrepreneurship. And if you're familiar with Kevin O'Leary, he's on Shark Tank. He's on a number of different things. Goes by the name Mr. Wonderful. How I would like to have that name be applied to me, but we all have our crosses to bear. All right, we're going to skip over to this. And I'm also you might get a little dizzy today because I might try a few things, but stick around for that. All right, so this is towards the beginning of the conversation, and he's saying the moment in his life that he said, I don't want to be the person scraping gum off the floor, but I want to be the person owning the store. And this is from Kevin O'Leary when he worked at an ice cream parlor back when he was in high school.
You realize that there's kind of two people in life. There's the entrepreneurs, the person that owns the ice cream parlor, and there's the person that scrapes it off the floor.
Yeah.
That provoked a question in me, which is, do you think anybody can own the ice cream parlor? Do you think anybody can be an entrepreneur?
No. I've tried to teach it, and I mentor it all the time to the CEOs that I work with. There are some attributes of people that can do this. A certain element of risk tolerance, a certain element of focus, and then the other element, which I've really started to believe in of late, is karma, luck. You need to be lucky. It's like Napoleon was once asked, who are your favorite generals? And he said, my favorite generals are lucky generals, my lucky generals. And I'm starting to think that in life, particular entrepreneurship, you look at the difference, the path of success and failure, and nobody...
Okay. I want to stop right there because that was very eye-opening to me, and it's something I've actually been dwelling on lately, and it's this whole thing of luck. What you would call luck, is that the same thing as just God's blessing? I think there is such a thing of luck, but I think God is so above that he's in control of even luck itself, in luck itself. And when he compares luck, karma, I've never thought of them the same way. I've never said this, it's equivalency between them two. Seems like karma is more like what you put in is what you get. If you do bad things, you get bad things. If you do good things, you get good things. So I think that almost goes almost in direct contrast to luck. So I'm surprised he said that and he kind of equated the two. But this is something I've always thought about. Some people either got it or they don't. And this can go with just success in nature, in your running a business, or being successful on a football field, or any type of space in life that you find yourself in. But I really want to kind of just zoom in on this. For you personally, are you a person that is driven by success? Is that even on top of your mind? Because I don't know if everybody is something they're even concerned about, of achieving something. Are you going towards a goal in life, or are you just passing through? And most of my life, I am just passing through. And I don't think it's hard to be just locked in, dead set on moving the needle and making gains in life and going towards something that you really want. And I think the people that is almost the difference between we're all different. Nobody's the same. And it's only those few people that they're just psychopaths for success. They are just violently going after something that they have to have. And they can't think of anything else but achieving this one thing. They are obsessed. They are obsessed. Kevin O'Leary brings up his relationship with Steve Jobs. And he worked at Apple for a long time. And he has so many stories about working with Steve Jobs, and almost like that he did not like the guy. He hated him at times. But as you can see in their conversation, he really ultimately loved Steve Jobs. And he has a deep sense of love in his heart for Steve Jobs and all that he did for him. And it was because Steve was mean to him. And he was mean to everyone. He says not being nice is just noise. Being a person that just gets stuck on things that don't matter is just noise. I'm locked in. He's just dead set on just making people the best product possible and telling them what they needed and what they wanted. And there's so many famous lines from Steve Jobs. He said, they don't know what they want. I'm going to tell them what they want. Which brings me up to the iPhone. I'm sure most people have a phone. You might not have an iPhone, but it's something I use all the time. But that man, Steve Jobs, in being able to create something like this, putting a computer inside of the phone, and just it's the simplicity and ease of use that makes it different as opposed to anything. If you're Apple, you don't go back. Once you go Apple, you don't go back. I don't think, you know. But with them raising the prices, that's where it kind of gets a little bit tough, because they are extremely expensive at times. But comparative to other, and I know other people out there might be just up in arms and screaming because they're, you know, they believe in the Galaxy and all those other, I don't even know what there's other phones that are out there that say like whatever, the Samsung and all those different ones out there. But just the iPhone itself is just a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. But I almost think that like the creation of Apple and technology that is out there, and I wanted to show this. Why I'm even pulling this up, I wanted to just this might give you the dizzy moment, okay? Because I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. You know, I wanted to throw that out there. You know, just give you a little bit of it behind the scenes action. You might not want behind the scenes, and you can also see. You might not know that I got Kansas City on. Look at that Kansas City-lish. But there we go, baby. And you can see what kind of notes I got back here. I wanted to show everybody. I got the NFL action. But besides, I mean, just it is a beautiful thing. And once you go Apple, you do not go back. Let me switch back. Not the dizzy action. But Steve Jobs, like, I don't know if it's somebody that I want to aspire to, like to be him, because it seems like you sacrifice a lot for that. If you go for that, it's like, I think not everybody is wired that way. Like Elon Musk, he is wired a certain way. And just there's all these crazy CEOs out there and crazy business owners. I think if you want to be successful, you have to be a little bit crazy. I think you have to be a little bit nutso to actually to accomplish something. Because if you're scattered everywhere in all different directions and you allow things that don't matter to just take place on your plate, you're not going to get anything. You're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to achieve what you want to achieve. And Kevin O'Leary, he talks a lot about this between the signal and the noise. And it's a person that is able to discern between signal and noise is the person that can be great. And not everyone has it. And it's like, are you going to be locked into accomplishing whatever it is you say you have? You're stepping into your day. You have 5 things that you're going to get done. You're going to get them done no matter what. You are going to get them done. And that's the signal. And everything out, it's discerning between what comes in your life, what's thrown into your lap. Is that noise or signal? Is this helping me get those things done that I'm going to get done? I'm obsessed enough over it that I'm going to do it. But I just don't think everybody is like this. And I think that's probably good that not everybody's like this. And Kevin, he's asked, was Steve happy? And he's like, you probably have to ask his wife. You'd have to me, he just looked angry. He just looked upset and mad. He was a meanie. He was a meanie. Like he was not the nicest person, but he got the stuff done. And what he created is we are living with now, and the ramifications of what he did, which is insane. But man, like, are you a person that is out there that you want to step into this, into your life? Are you at this top of your mind that you want to achieve something? Are you geared up for that? Are you locked in for that? Or do you have to sacrifice happiness for that? Can the success of it, I think, because we all have a motor running inside of us, always. We always have a motor, and some people's motors turned up and some people's motors not as much, but it's always going. So if it's like, if we can get the destination, if we can get the crosshairs straight and we're going towards something, I think that's the biggest thing. I think that's the biggest thing. And it's like, how much is your motor going to drive you to it? I think what we do have control over is the things that we put in place, the things that we are going towards, and the things that we're removing out, the obstacles in our way that are going to get in the way of achieving what we want to achieve. But it becomes like philosophical. Like, say I do get everything I want. I mean, would Steve Jobs have got enough? Like, would he have, like, say he created the iPhone, and then he created something else, the iPad, and then, like, where does it stop? Where, like, when have you reached the destination? I think it's corny to say sometimes, but it is the journey, you know. And you don't know, like, so take a step back in your life, what you are going towards, what you are wanting to achieve. Where are you at in the spectrum, or in the ride? Are you at the middle part, at the beginning part? Like, you're just grinding away, but you have to have those years of grinding away to achieve what you ultimately are going towards. I think just fixating your mind on something. If you are a person out there that wants to do something, because it can't be just fluff. It can't just be meaningless money. Money is just, it is a byproduct. It can never be the end game, because if it's the end game, it's meaningless. It's worthless. It's worthless. It's not something that we're going to carry with us, you know, to our deathbed. But it's the relationships that we've had with people, the people that we've poured into, to actually make a difference in this world that's going to have lasting effect. The things that you create and the things that you are going towards and what you are building, they can have lasting effect if they are, honest to goodness, good things, you know? So sometimes I think we just need to check ourselves, and so we don't just spin our wheels. And sometimes it feels like it's easy to spin your wheels and almost to kind of recalibrate. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? What's going on? Like, what's the point of anything that I'm going towards? I think it's so easy just in life. You're just passing through, and it's just like nothing makes sense. It's all just like getting from one day to the next. Like, we're just on this ride together, you know? It's like, is success going to make sense of it? Is success going to give a point to a point to the whole, like a punchline? I don't think it ultimately will, but I mean, having a drive and for whatever you're going towards, make it the best you can. You know, pump as much into you, pump your blood, sweat, and tears into it. You know, and really, I would say just recalibrating what's the point of it, and make it for good. Make it for good, you know? And the things that we do for people and the things that we do unto God, that's the only thing that's going to last in the end. We're not going to have a U-Haul going to our funeral and bringing a lot of stuff, but it's the people at your funeral that you might not even known that you had an impact on in their life, that you might have changed the trajectories in their life just by being you and the best version of you. So if you've enjoyed this video, hit this other video on this side right over here, and I'll see you on the other side. Peace.
I could see the cracks falling in the paint, growing like a fire. What do I say? Can you see them? Can you see